A lot of work ahead in Fairfield County. Thanks for joining us for the news at 11. I'm Mike Heideck.
And I'm Keisha Grant. In just a couple of hours, finally, work will begin. Demolition set to begin there on the Fairfield Avenue overpass in hopes of getting traffic in the area moving again after a crash sparked a massive fire.
But the concerns over the continued gridlock are forcing Norwalk Public Schools to close tomorrow. Darien will also have a 2-hour delay. Metro North has crews on call to potentially add trains as drivers are urged to avoid that area.
So we're optimistic that we're going to get moving forward. Things will get back to normal in Norwalk as quickly as we possibly can.
Let's get the very latest now from the scene, including more on that plan to demolish and rebuild the bridge with NBC Connecticut's Matt Austin joining us live in Norwalk. Matt.
Yeah, so Mike and Keisha, still a mess out here tonight. Drivers are dealing with detours. This is the northbound side. They're getting off at exit 14. Those drivers still going to find that the side streets are pretty packed out here. And then on the southbound side, crews have just been scrambling all day to clean up the wreck and then get ready to tear down that overpass. Videos capturing the fiery crash on I-95 in Norwalk that would damage an overpass and bring traffic in parts of Fairfield County to a standstill.
I heard a couple of explosions. I was drinking my coffee, and then I walked out back and I saw the fireball, the fire.
Thankfully, no one was hurt in the crash, which involved a car, a tractor trailer, and a fuel tanker carrying 8,500 gallons of gasoline. Frustrations mounted as drivers flooded side streets following the closure of both sides of the highway. Short commutes stretch into an hour or two.
It's terrible, terrible, terrible. I need to use the local, because 95 is closed.
Then more bad news for the people who drive on this stretch, which carries on average more than 150,000 cars each day.
Based on our engineers' review, it's not safe to allow any traffic to pass underneath the bridge in either direction. The entire bridge needs to come down.
The Department of Transportation explaining that the intense flames overheated and warped the steel on the Fairfield Avenue overpass. Once demolition is done, crews can inspect the pier.
The goal is, if the pier is safe, if the abutments on either side of the bridge structure are safe, it'll make life easier for us to be able to build a new bridge in place over the course of a year.
Back out here live right now, special equipment is being brought in to handle the demolition, potentially as soon as like 4 hours from now. Now, anyone in this region or entering it is receiving a public safety alert on their cell phone. It is just urging them to avoid this area or take public transportation until the highway likely opens on Monday. Live in Norwalk, Matt Austin, NBC Connecticut News. Keisha, back to you.
Matt, thank you. And as Matt mentioned, those massive flames were fueled by thousands of gallons of gasoline. Tonight, we are learning more about the very limited environmental impact out of this crash. The Department of Energy and Environmental Protection says about half of the tanker's load spilled and was burned away. Drone Ranger showing the aftermath today of that fire. The DEEP says runoff was contained to a retention pond. Crews also did air monitoring.
We believe there's no danger, no impacts to air quality due to the burned gasoline. We also believe there's no impact to the Norwalk River or the harbor.
Crews were able to remove the other half of the tanker's load. And the traffic backups and detours in Norwalk aren't just a headache for commuters. They're also frustrating for businesses. The governor says he's concerned about the economic effect of the shutdown, especially for local shops like a store that we caught up with on Route 1.
Really no walk-in stuff because everybody's trying to figure out how to get through town.
He went on to say his employee made it to work today through the gridlock on Route 1, but his usual 25-minute commute took nearly 2 hours.
Now, this is not the first time we've seen a tanker crash have a major impact in that area. March 2004, a tanker carrying 12,000 gallons of home heating oil crashed and burned on a section of I-95 in Bridgeport. No one was killed, but the highway was heavily damaged back then. It took a week to get it completely reopened. Then a year later, July 2005, a tanker with more than 8,000 gallons of fuel jackknifed and exploded on Route 7 in Ridgefield. The fire weakened the bridge over the Norwalk River, so a temporary structure had to be built. Governor Jody Rell at the time then ordered the DOT to inspect all bridges on a 2-year cycle. Stay with NBC Connecticut for the latest on the 95 closure in Norwalk and the impact on the traffic. You can get updates anytime on the free NBC Connecticut app.